let me tell you something. Look it, man. I've been an Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Turning up the heat, T Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T Will, shining bright on the airwaves, bringing sports tonight. Atlanta heart, with a soul so free. My ATL Sports Show, it's the place to be.
Let's try this again, shall we? Wow. Guys, I am so sorry. I profusely apologize. I don't know what happened. Apparently, YouTube felt like I was advertising some gambling info. I think it was the video that I shared. I don't know, guys. It was a video from a show from 2 weeks ago, from my show right here on this channel. But I guess YouTube deemed it whatever. I don't know what they did, but whatever. We're back. We're just going to go on as usual. To everyone who did rejoin us, thank you so much. I profusely apologize for any inconvenience on my behalf. Only thing I can tell you is Twitter. I'm not sorry, Twitter. YouTube is tripping right now. But anyway, we got to get back into it. My brother Eric's back in the chat. What it do, LBB? You all right?
I'm not in the chat. I'm on the show.
Okay. You're in the chat and you're on the show. You're both. How are you, brother? All well?
Yep. I'm doing great, long as they don't cut us off again.
That is crazy, man. I got this message from them saying, well, you posted gambling. I'm like, I don't even gamble. What are you talking about? Like,
stop trying to force your gambling habits on other people.
bro, you gamble way more than I ever did. So don't even come up. You know what? I don't even want to talk about the subject now. I don't want them to cut us off again. So I'm not even gonna bring it up. Hey man, everybody that came back, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys. Let's get down to it. Top 4 segments or top 4 stories right now with our beloved Atlanta Falcons. LaTroy Lewis, an assistant defensive line coach, was dismissed as there were allegations of sexual assault. Yep, you guessed it. And it was pretty bad. Apparently, he was going back and forth with the victim and just saying some stuff he shouldn't say. Just a bad situation. So the Falcons did dismiss him earlier. I believe they did the same day the allegations came out. I believe they did.
Yeah.
Kevin Stefanski rated a C in the NFL coaching ranks. Should we be concerned? Eric, let's tackle the first one. LaTroy Lewis being dismissed, another blow, Eric, another blow to our beloved Atlanta Falcons image. Does this put a damper on the offseason for you? And everybody in the chat, LaTroy Lewis being dismissed and this whole business with, whatever happened at Michigan. I tell you what, I don't know what they were doing at Michigan, but they weren't coaching because they were too busy, Anyway, chat, does this put a black eye on the Falcons? If you feel like this is just a black eye on the Falcons, drop a 1. If you feel like, hey, man, sometimes this happens, we can't control what other folks do, let's keep it pushing, then drop a 2. Eric, give me your thoughts on this, man.
I don't think the Falcons had any idea of it prior to it being announced, and I think when they did get wind of it, they got rid of him. I don't think it had anything to do with the Falcons hiring or their character. No, I don't think it puts a black eye on the Falcons. I don't think it had anything to do with us.
Okie doke. Agreed. Lisa Shepard says he was only here for 2 weeks. Easy to cut bait. Easy, easy, easy it is. All right. Now, Kevin Stefanski being rated a C minus, which, by the way, is the worst rating for a head coach for this survey by the NFL Players Association. How do you feel about this? Do you feel it is valid and we need to just keep it in the back of our minds? Or do you feel like, hey, man, new place, new coach, we've all had bad situations. He won 2 head coaching of the year awards. Maybe it was just time to leave. Give me your thoughts on that. And chat, give me your thoughts on Kevin Stefanski's rating of a C minus by the Cleveland Browns. Do you think it's the conditions there in Cleveland, the fact that they've been losing, the fact that they didn't have a quarterback? Just give me your thoughts. Eric, what do you
I think it was absolutely Cleveland. Nobody else wanted that job either. After he left, it was people kept turning down the interview. Even nobody even wanted to go interview with them. I don't think it had anything to do with Stefanski. I think it had everything to do with Cleveland, and I think that's lazy reporting when they put the C minus out there.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Carrie brought up something earlier. She said that Myles Garrett kind of fell out with Kevin Stefanski because of how he got along with Shedeur Sanders, or didn't get along. And I guess Myles Garrett being one of the popular kids, maybe that led to it, right? Like the best player on the team, if he doesn't like you, then it's logical to think that his homies won't like you. And their homies who are trying to be down with his homies won't like you either. So I don't know if this was a popularity contest. In other words, he fell out of favor with the cool kids in the school, and so they didn't like him, and so they did this to get back at him. I have heard that he can be stubborn, but I don't have an issue with anybody who's strong in their convictions. Look, this man did win Coach of the Year twice. He took the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs twice. I think we take this with a grain of salt. Just my thoughts. Falcons searching for a backup QB. Give me your thoughts, Eric. And so here's the tricky part, right? You got guys that you say like Jacoby Brissett or Joe Flacco. Hey, okay, they're probably no threat to Michael Penix. Then you got other guys like Tua, if they release him, and or Kyler Murray, if they release him, and or Mac Jones, if we trade for him, that would definitely be competition for Michael Penix. Where are you on this spectrum, Eric? Do you feel like we just need to get somebody to throw in there and give Penix a chance? Or do you feel like maybe we need to hedge our bets and go and get somebody that can give Penix competition and bring the best out in him? Give me
I
your
don't think
thoughts.
that brings competition and brings the best out in anybody. I think it creates a quarterback controversy, and I don't think we need that. I think we need a bridge quarterback and slash backup.
Okay, that's fair. Chat, if you guys feel like we need somebody to come in here and give Penix some competition, drop a 1. I want to know how you feel. If you feel like, nah, I agree with Eric, we just need to bring in a backup here so we can focus and develop Penix, drop a 2. If you feel like Penix needs competition, drop a 1. If you feel like we just need a stopgap so Penix can grow, drop a 2. Let us know. I tend to agree with you, Eric. To be fair, Penix has really not had a coaching staff that was interested in developing him. It just didn't feel that way.
I don't think that they were not interested. I don't think they knew what they were doing. I don't think they knew how to develop him. I think that's why he was in the pistol most of the time and not under center where you get some people that are saying they don't think he can bend his knees. The dude was doing squats. I think he can bend his knees. I don't think that was the issue. I think that was how they thought they were developing him, were putting him in a shotgun and putting him in a pistol so he didn't have his back to the defense. And you had a third string tackle over there that they might have been protecting too with that, but I don't think that was even it because they had Kirk under center more. So I think that I think it was them. I think that was their way of trying to train him, was putting him in a pistol.
I think that's incompetent.
Yeah, me too.
I think and Raheem has been around enough to know better. So
Raheem's not an offensive coach though.
he's not, but he's been in the game 30 plus years. He's been around enough to know you can't skimp on your quarterback's coach. He's been in the league 30 something years. There's no excuse. That's, you know what I mean? That's incompetence on everybody else, on Raheem. That's just malpractice. That's just malpractice. Nicholas Harvey gives it a 2. He agrees with you, Eric. Nathan Floyd agrees with you. Maggie agrees with you. She says, I feel an inexpensive backup in case he isn't ready. Okay, that's fair. Falcons also hire Ole Miss defensive coordinator Patrick Toney as their defensive passing game coordinator. I don't know much about him, Eric, so of course I will be researching him going forward. But any thoughts on this Falcons hire?
Welcome to the Avengers.
Well,
I haven't heard much about him either, but hey, welcome to the coach.
So we just did Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for my ATL movies, and there's a line where baby Groot says to Yanu, "Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy." And Rocket Raccoon says, "Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy." But he didn't say frickin'. Anyway, you just remind me of that. One time for the fans says he was a defensive pass game coordinator when they smacked Auburn. Ooh, Eric, I think that's a shot at you, buddy.
Isn't he supposed to be cutting grass? Or is it getting too dark out there?
Jack, Eric says that you should be finished with his grass shortly. And please, this time, don't forget to bag him. So I don't know. That's him, Jack. That's not me. Anyway. Let's get to the Falcons riddle, shall we? I tried to make this one. He says, post your parlay. No, Jack, no, nothing about gambling. Nothing, Jack. Nothing. No, Jack. No. Okay. You'll get us kicked off again, Jack. No.
That's probably why we got kicked off in the first
place.
Is.
Damn, Jack Spade.
Jack and his gambling habits.
Okay.
I don't gamble.
Neither one of us gambles, Jack. Jesus. Read the room, buddy. All right. Falcon riddle. I wasn't flashy, but I was fearless. Before the dirty bird, before the dome got loud, I carried the rock when the franchise was still finding itself. 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, a Pro Bowler in the early 80s. My career was cut short by injury, but for a time, I was the engine of Atlanta's offense. Who am I?
What position?
He carried the rock. Jack got it. William Andrews. He's right. Jack got it.
Yeah.
All right, Jack.
I wasn't even thinking that far back, but yeah.
Lisa Shepard said Michael Turner. No, Lisa.
That's what I was going to say too, because I wasn't thinking that far back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good guess. It's a good guess, but he played in the 80s. But yeah.
Yeah, I bet William Andrews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but William Andrews was one of the coolest people I've ever met. Not just Falcons players. William Andrews was cool as hell. I'm talking about one of the coolest people I have ever met in life. I chopped it up with William Andrews for about a good 30 minutes. William Andrews, I'll never forget that. Cool dude. And War Eagle.
He goes, and War Eagle. Whatever. I'm going to go back and edit this part, Eric. So don't expect to see it online, okay? I'm going to cut that part out. Anyway, let's get to some Falcons cap space because we got to make some moves for our beloved Atlanta Falcons. As of March 2nd, 2026, the Atlanta Falcons have approximately $9 million in salary cap space. While official figures vary slightly between tracking sites, most sources project their available space to be between 8,979,519 and 9,117,519. Key
I feel
salary
like that
cap.
meme with all.
You said what?
I feel like that meme with all the numbers. Like what?
Basically, we got $10 million right now, and we got to make some moves. All right. Total salary cap, the NFL set for the 2026 season is $301.2 million per team. After accounting for the top 51 players and projected rookie contracts, the Falcons' effective space is roughly $7.16 million. The team currently has $291.5 million in active cap spending. And obviously, we got to make some moves, right? So let's get to what those moves are. Or let's get to some impacts. Kyle Pitts is going to take up about $15.5 million to $16.3 million after we franchise him. Kirk Cousins will be cut. The move is expected to be a post-June 1 designation, which will eventually free up roughly $2.1 million in 2026, but will also result in a $22.5 million dead cap for the year. I think there's a little bit more than we'll be saving, but I need to kind of verify that. I think we will be saving more than that. Kadero Hodge, the recent release of wide receivers, the recent release of Kadero Hodge will give us about $2.6 million in immediate space. Let's see. Bigelow says, I got a riddle. I'm one of the best general contractors in the metro Atlanta area. I can turn your bathtub into a walk-in shower. Who am I? Exactly. Jack Spade.
Jack Spade.
Oh, bugging. Y'all are bugging tonight. Man.
What in the world, bro?
What in the world, Bo? Indeed. These guys are getting after it. Let me see here. All right, Jack. It's in there, buddy. Smoothie said Jack is the answer. He said, come pick up your shovel. All right. More salary cap news. We got some players that we can make some moves on, and they're going to be Jake Matthews, $27.27 million hit. Chris Lindstrom, $26.25 million. Jesse Bates, $24.77 million. AJ Terrell, $22.50 million. Darnell Mooney, $18.42 million. Maybe you cut Darnell Mooney, or maybe you extend some of these guys.
Yep, I was just going to say that.
Give me your thoughts on who you're trying to extend here and why. Chat, give me your thoughts on who you're trying to extend here.
Jesse Bates.
Okay. What about Chris Lindstrom?
Yeah, Chris too. If we can do both of them, that would definitely give us some more cap room.
You know, AJ Terrell, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, all three of them if they'll do it.
Okay.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Unless Jesse's not trying to come back.
Okay. Bigelow says, what in the world, Bo? Jack says, I got a riddle. I can change the oil and filter on the 18-wheeler in less than 5 minutes, or the oil change is free. Who am I? Bigelow. Okay. Bigelow, ball's in your court, buddy.
I don't know. That sounds like something Jack would do.
I don't know, man. Whatever. I think the Falcons are going to have to. Wait, you said what, Eric?
So that sounds like a Jack Spade job to me. I kind of need my oil change. Yeah. Let me know if you're available, Jack.
Okay. I think your best candidates are probably Chris Lindstrom, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell. What do you think about cutting Mooney? Chat, what do you guys think about cutting Mooney? Should we or should we not cut him? Give us your thoughts. Eric, what do you think about cutting Mooney?
I kind of want to slide Mooney to the slot, but I don't want to do it at his price, so I would agree with either extending him or cutting him.
Okay. All right. Chat. If you want to cut Mooney, drop a 1. If you want to do what Eric did and slide into the slide to the left, then drop a 2. You want to keep him, drop a 1. You want to cut him, drop a 1. You want to keep him, drop a 2. All righty. And Nathan Floyd says, and replace him with who, Eric? Well, Eric didn't say to cut him, so I guess that's not. General Manager Ian Cunningham can still create significant flexibility, potentially over $60 million through contract restructures of young stars. And we got Mr. Jack Spade in the chat, fresh off of finishing your lawn, Eric. Jack, how you doing, man? Did you at least get you some water, buddy?
I'm not doing so well. I'm really not doing so well. I literally just told my neighbors that Eric would come by to fix the sheetrock that had the hole in the wall. Now my neighbors are sitting over here getting mad at me because I told them that Eric can take care of it today because it was his day off. But
wow,
he just lost another job, and now I'm down a couple clients here. So Eric is not good.
Did you put the lawnmower up?
Oh man,
what up, Jack?
Cool, man. How's everything going, man? I'm just chilling, man. Hopefully we don't get kicked out of here. You know, I ain't gonna talk about no parlays or no Vegas odds.
Oh my goodness, man! I've never had that happen before. It had to be the video.
It had to be the videos, but it don't make no sense with their explanation. But it had to be the videos because you shared all that kind of information before and never got that message. The only thing you did different was put those clips in there. So it had to be that.
I was watching, they were my clip. I saw because you can go to Twitter. Twitter doesn't violate terms of service, but you're back on. You're live. Chat is live already. Chat's already back here talking Falcons with you. So hey, you got to move on to better things, man.
Got to do it indeed, Jack. Jack, question for you: of all of these available players, right? Jake Matthews, Chris Lindstrom, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Darnell Mooney. Who are you extending for the purposes of creating cap space, and who are you potentially cutting? Again, Jake Matthews, Chris Lindstrom, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Darnell Mooney. Who you keeping and who's going, Jack?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you for allowing me to join the Terry, Carrie, and Eric show. You know, we missed the one time for the fan podcast last night. But, you know, I'm always ready and available to talk Falcons, man. You know, we love our Dirty Birds, so I definitely appreciate you guys allowing me to.
Hey, man, we appreciate you joining, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I talk Falcons damn near at least 5 to 10 times a day, so this is great. To your question, T. Will, you know, the first thing you got to do, you know, I'm sure it's going to be some tough decisions for Ian to make. You know, we have to get some money back in the building because, you know, the contract with Kurt and some other things kind of, you know, put us under the water right now. Not looking like the Saints in the past couple years, but I think with the Falcons, you know, you definitely have to go to your veterans first, right? You got to go to your veterans. You got to go to players who Matt Ryan has, you know, he has connections with some of these guys. He's played with AJ. He's played with Jake Matthews. I believe he was there too as well when Chris Lindstrom or Caleb McGarry was there, if I'm not mistaken. But you got some of these guys on the team that, you know, you can get some money back. And Jake Matthews rounding the corner to the end of his career soon. I see why the Falcons brought in the offensive tackle from Memphis for the interview the other day from the Combine, because that was their first interview. I mean, Jake Matthews is getting ready to hang it up soon. I mean, he's probably one of the greatest Falcons to ever played a line ever. But if Jake is willing, if he's nice enough to allow the Falcons to, you know, rebuild the correct way, I'm sure Jake definitely is going to be here, you know, to the end of his Falcons career. Then we can go to him and get a restructure, you know, and that will work out well. You definitely have to go to AJ Terrell too as well to try to get a restructure. And honestly, you got a guy coming back from injury that I think you got to look at too, and his name is Caleb McGarry. You might have to go to him too as well and try to get a restructure. One thing you don't want is like what Jalen Hawkins mentioned a couple years ago, trying to go to some of the younger guys to get restructures, because, you know, those guys are trying to feed their families. You got a couple guys on the team here that's making, a good amount of money that's been here for quite a long time. Those are the first couple guys you go to. Chris Lindstrom, Jake Matthews, Caleb McGarry, of course, AJ Terrell. The Mooney situation, I would love to have Mooney back if he's healthy, because he would be a solid number 2 with whatever offense we're getting ready to run with whatever quarterback we have. But we also need some bread. We need some money. So unless Mooney's taking some type of restructuring, which I'm sure he probably won't, because another team would pay Mooney when he's healthy. Mooney's probably going to be out the door too as well. Jesse Bates, I don't want to see Jesse go. A lot of people have said, we need that bread from Jesse. Some people have, downplayed Jesse's play last year, saying he wasn't the top 5 safety that we thought. I thought he actually played pretty well with Xavier Watts beside him, teaching the young guy, out of the tricks and the trade of playing safety. But you got to look at trying to get some money back in the building. Here's the thing: we're not going to get to 100 million, right? And we might get it around 40 to 50. So if you're going to be able to play with that, there's about 3, 4, maybe 5 moves that you can make to get some money back, and they're not going to be big splashy moves. You just have to try to get enough to rebuild. I think that's why they're spending so much focus on the draft. Terry did that when he got here his first year. He had to rebuild with a couple of one-year deal guys, and the one-year deal guys actually panned out to be pretty decent. I think Ian's going to have to work some of those one-year deals too as well. Looking at the draft, 5 picks can turn into 8 picks, and you can have 8 people on the field that probably won't even eat up $5 to $10 million of your cap. Second round guys, third round guys, fourth round guys. Those guys don't be making much. I mean, we heard Tyler Algier. You saw what he was doing here in Atlanta for less than $5 million. He was a 5th round pick, so you can get these type of guys, late 3rd, late 4th, that can actually contribute to this team and make something happen. But I've seen teams with $100 million not make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean you have to have the most amount of money, but you have to be efficient and effective in working these deals, so that way you can keep the players that you need here, but you also have to rebuild in a way where you can't overspend. I think the wide receiver 2 that's probably going to come in here in a minute, he's probably going to be on a 1 or 2 year deal. There's no big splashy fancy moves the Falcons should be making this offseason, rather than getting the pieces to fix the puzzle, so that way we can get back on the field and, try to go win this division. This is not the NFC East. This is not the AFC West. This is the NFC South. Me, Eric, Terry, A1, we can go out there and help the Falcons win this division. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, wow.
I mean,
wow.
It's a situation where these teams are they're not stacked. Wow. Gonna have a situation where you can go.
Oh man, you said that like we ain't good.
No, I'm saying that in a way like you don't have to go break the bank to go get a bunch of people to, you shouldn't be paying a wide receiver $20 million. You shouldn't be paying.
I'm just saying, have you ever seen me come off the edge?
I heard he was a better basketball player than football player from what people were telling me. So we might have to question that, but I've seen you at training camp. You definitely can motivate. I don't know if you can get to the pass rusher, but you got guys in the building that can do that, man. I mean, I think Arnold Ebiketie comes back probably on a small deal. Leonard Floyd might be coming back on a small deal. You got guys like D'Angelo Malone you got to work out. These guys are not expensive. You know what I'm saying? And these can help build your roster. And plus, you got the draft where if you end up with 6, 7, 8 picks, you can get guys that's very cheap to help move this team along. You got to have the right scouts. You got to trust Jeff Ulbrich. You got to trust Tommy Reese. You got to trust the department that's gonna say, hey, these guys fit our team well, and they can help move the chains. And that's just what I got to say about that. But I don't see too many splashy moves when it comes to the salary cap. We'll probably get between 40 to 50 mil, and we'll play around with it. But we got Bijan and Drake and some of these guys coming up where next year's salary cap's gonna be a little bit better. But this year you might have to 1 year deal it. Might have to use some of these rookies, and really build back this roster.
I agree. I think you are going to have to do that, because you are going to have to sign Draco, and Bijan is coming up, and so again, you're franchising Kyle this year, so you're going to have to be in the same position with him next year. So agreed. We got Miss Christy Lewis from Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. She says number two. Nathan Floyd says number 2. Megan says, what's going on, good people? Happy Monday, and it's always great seeing you guys. Nathan Floyd says, restructure Matthews, Lindstrom, and Terrell. Restructure Mooney with the void year to get his cap hit down. I like it. I can dig it. Guys, we are at the section of the show where it is Falcon Jeopardy, and I tried to make it a little more difficult for you guys. First question, and remember, it's Jeopardy, so you have to answer it in the form of a question. All right. When the Falcons debuted in 1966, their helmets featured a gold stripe, a color that was removed after 1969 to honor those 2 local universities whose rival colors, red and black and white and gold, inspired the team's original palette. Eric, answer the first question.
What was the question?
Oh, God. Sheesh. Let me put him in timeout. When the Falcons debuted in 1966, their helmets featured a gold stripe, a color that was removed after 1969 to honor those 2 local universities whose rival colors were red and black and white and gold.
There was no question in there. You just read a statement again.
Lisa Shepard says, what is Georgia Tech? It's actually what is Georgia Tech and who is Georgia? Because those were the 2 colors or teams that inspired the Falcons colors. But Lisa Shepard,
I knew the answer to it, but there wasn't no question.
That is tough.
Okay. Maybe you'll do better with the next one since, Eric is being technical here.
My bad for not answering the question. There wasn't a question.
Is that negative 500 for Eric?
Negative 500 for Eric. Yes, thank you. Lisa Shepard says, what is UGA? Nathan Floyd says, you made a statement, never ask a question. Whatever, Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan.
Right.
Give Nathan a gold star.
Whatever. All right, next one. Although the franchise began to play in 1966, the first professional football game in Atlanta actually occurred in 1962, featuring a preseason matchup between the Denver Broncos and what current AFC South team? Question mark.
Jack.
Who are the... I don't know. That's 1966, man.
Okay. Anybody want to guess? Nathan,
who are the probably was a different team back then, but I'm gonna say who was the Kansas City Chiefs.
Close, but no. Nathan says it confused me. I was waiting on the question.
Right,
no, Nathan. I was really giving my brother a hard time because he's a perpetual smart. You know what? Lisa says that is too hard. Okay. Well, the answer to that one
the
would
Baltimore Courts.
Nope. Good answer again. It would be the Tennessee Titans or the then Houston Oilers. Eric Z got it. He says Oilers. Very good, Eric Z. Excellent. Eric Z. Very good. It was the Houston Oilers.
All right.
Final question. Eric's being a smart patootie. Final question. Following his tenure from 1977 to 1982, he became the first head coach in Falcons history to leave the team with the career-winning record. Who is he? Following his tenure from 1977 to 1982, he became the first head coach in Falcons history to leave the team with the career-winning record. Who is he?
I started being a Falcons fan in 1983.
Excuses.
Who is Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris. Who is Bruce Lee? Lucy says Smitty. Lisa Shepard got it. Who is Lehman Bennett? Very good, Miss Lisa Shepard. That is awesome. You are awesome. Thank you for playing and not being a smart you know what like my brother.
The chat even said it wasn't a question. You didn't ask the question.
I got one more Jeopardy.
Here, that's why I was so quiet, because I knew the answer to the first one. There was no question.
I got one more Jeopardy question for you. This subscriber to One Time for the Fan and former ATO Sports cleans the bathrooms at the Falcons facility.
I'm gonna let
you guys know.
Who is Jack Spade?
Oh wow!
Who is Smooth C?
Wow! I am not taking shots at Smooth C. Smooth C says Google is everybody's friend. All right, guys. Next segment is buying or selling. I think my brother hates this segment. Buying or selling Jack Spade. The Falcons will have 2 1,000-yard receivers in 2026. Chat. Buying or selling. The Falcons will have 2 1,000-yard receivers in 2026. Buying or selling?
That's an easy buy. You had 2 years ago, you had Mooney almost break 1,000 with a quarterback that is no longer going to be here within a week or two. And then last year, you had Kyle Pitts with the season that he had going through 2 quarterbacks too as well, almost break 1,000 with his situation. So this year, more structure. I think with Kevin Stefanski, Tommy Rees. I mean, if you want to throw Bijan Robinson in that receiving role too as well when he's catching the ball, I can see him out the backfield doing a lot. I can see him lining up on the slot doing a lot. Drake London definitely is another 1,000-yard guy. Kyle Pitts, being so close, should be able to get it there this year with Kevin Stefanski's offense. That's a buy.
All right, Eric, buying or selling?
You said receivers or just receiving yards?
2 1,000-yard receivers, but it could be anybody, any offensive players.
I'll buy if it's anybody. If it's just receivers, I'm selling.
And that's a very good distinction because we don't know what Mooney's going to be working with. But
right,
yeah,
I don't know if Mooney's coming back or who the second receiver is. Kyle Pitts, a tight end.
Correct.
Bijan's running back. So I do see somebody else getting 1,000 yards besides Drake. I agree with Jack with all of what he said, but we don't know who the second receiver is, so that's why I was saying I would sell if you said receivers, but if you said
receiving yards,
receiving yards, then I'm buying.
The way they can line up Kyle Pitts, because I mean, if you don't necessarily need.
Right.
I mean, you're going to have him block every now and then, but you're going to line Kyle Pitts up where you're going to have the other 2 tight ends or your fullback, whoever's going to be able there to, help with the pass protection and, of course, move the chains with Bijan. So Kyle gets up in audible, gets up in motion, and lines up next to Drake or lines up at wide receiver 2 is. I mean, he should be able to eat. So, receiving yards, yes. Wide receivers in the department that we have, I agree with Eric. Drake London, yes. Receiving yards with Kyle, yes. 2 receivers, it depends on who it would be. Now, if it's Alec Pierce, they go get the guy from the Colts. I can possibly see that because Pierce is an eater, so I can see that. But then again,
if we end up drafting the receiver from Georgia, Branch, I'd agree then too. But I don't know who the second receiver is to agree with that. That's why I said that. But once I know who the second receiver is, I probably agree with that too.
Yeah, you asked this question a month from now, we'll probably have a different answer. But receiving yards, yes, because I can see some people eating. Branch too as well. I don't want Branch as the number 2. Definitely would want Branch as the 3. But Branch can eat too as well. He's a guy to get in between those gaps in those zones. And as a dog, go Dogs. As a Georgia fan, we've seen
go Dogs. Hey, you missed it, Jack. Eric gave us a go Dogs earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about. That show no longer exists.
It was Eric, y'all.
It didn't
was
happen.
Eric. That's what it was.
Find it.
Was
It
Eric.
didn't happen.
He said "Go Dogs." That's what it is.
I think that's what made it violate the terms of service. Eric
Probably did. It probably did.
It was Eric. It was Eric, y'all. Eric reached out to one of his Auburn cronies and got the show crashed. Lisa Shepard says, we need the 2026 version of the Grits Blitz. Monte Carlo says, selling. Bigelow says they don't like the solicitation of donations. I don't even know if I did that, but okay. Nathan Floyd says, selling. Lisa Shepard says, selling. We will be run heavy. And I think I kind of agree with Lisa. I think I do. Smooth C says, is it just me or does Jack Mike sound like he is still in the neighbor's yard raking? Damn. Ouch. Nathan Floyd says, until QB is decided, I'm selling all day. Eric Z says, don't think Branch would get to 1K as a rookie, and I'm a Georgia homer. Padre 0920 at Big Low Country. He was Publix, huh? You know, he took my vinyl flooring up and said he'd be back with my hardwood, and I ain't seen that joker since. Yeah. Business like that, man. You out here doing the public like that, Jack? Come on, man. Come on, Jack. All right. Next, buying or selling. Buying or selling, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. It just came up, okay? Buying or selling, the Falcons don't need Darnell Mooney. So if you're buying it, you're saying they don't. If you're selling it, you're saying they do. Buying or selling, the Falcons don't need Darnell Mooney. Eric, you buying or selling?
I don't want to. I don't want to do Mooney like that. If he's healthy, we could use Mooney. I don't want to say we don't. I mean, you don't really need anybody. You can go get somebody else, but I don't want to do Mooney like that. What I'm saying, like, he ain't good or something. He's good if he's healthy.
Yeah, we definitely need him. We don't have, I mean, it's him and Drake.
Yeah, right now we don't have a number 2 receiver. So yeah.
We definitely
I guess I'm selling.
Yeah, I'm selling that too. Jack, what say you, sir?
I'm definitely selling. Mooney healthy he's a problem for a lot of teams. I think people didn't realize that in Chicago, that was like Fields' best receiver that he had over there. But even when Mooney got over here with Kirk and, you know, what he was able to do that first year he got here, his everything as a receiver is like, not like tier 1, but it's decent enough for a wide receiver 2. He fits the wide receiver 2 role perfectly. And if the Falcons can't work out a contract to bring this guy back, it does give me a little bit of hope of moving the chains, because I remember the first year with Mooney when he wasn't injured, just the amount of space he was able to get in between him and corners and get in between those zones behind the linebackers and move the chains. And like, I've seen Mooney like on his good day. And last year was just unfortunate because he had the injury. But I'm selling that. Looking at this wide receiver market in the free agency, thinking that they can bring in a wide receiver 2 for a rookie, I'm not too comfortable with that. So I would have to sell and try to keep Mooney. Then again, we're not the Falcons organization. They might have different plans. But Mooney is sitting at the house, rehabbing and resting right now, getting back to 100%. Only problem is there's another team that can pay Mooney to do what they need him to do. I don't think the Falcons might be able to match that if they go up in price.
Well, the only problem is that my local Publix called me today.
Oh, wow.
They told me to tell you, Jack.
Oh, wow.
They told me to tell you that you can't come out there and pop lot for money no more, Jack.
Oh,
like, you
wow.
can't do it. Like, I know you like to come out there and Planet Rocket up and everything. They said they don't like the solicitation of donations in front of their local Publix. They said they're more classy establishment. They said you.
wow.
They said you need to take that to Food World if you feel like you need to do all
Wow.
that.
That's tough.
Oh wow.
It's crazy how
Oh
he. It's
wow.
crazy how he mentions
Don't
Publix on this.
stop till the planet rocks.
It's
Okay.
crazy. It's crazy how you mentioned Publix on this beautiful day. Matter of fact, Country, you left the sign out there by the corner of South Harrison and Panola. So, I know you were trying to advertise and get more people into that new Publix.
I was just trying to get a new car wash. I was trying to get a free car wash. That's what you told me. You said that
Wow.
if I get 3
Wow.
car washes for you, you said that you give me one for free. So
They
I mean,
they
I know.
emailed me and asked just to not leave the sign on the corner. If you can at least bring the sign back into the building.
Oh
Look,
wow.
And
look. I mean, I know. Look, those. I know that you done raised the price and everything. The $50 car washes was legit, but you had to go. You had to take it up to a dub day.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Ladies and
What's going
gentlemen,
on,
if
fellas?
you don't know, this is the one and only Big Low Country. Recently coming off the interview with the Water Boys, because Big Low is out here doing big things. And not only that, I find out stuff about this guy that I just love every day. And what I found out about him today is that he loves Ruth's Chris just as much as I do. Kim,
Wow,
if you're out there, Ruth's Chris is the best steakhouse ever, and I'm not coming off of it, Kim. Me and Kim have a standing argument where she feels that
I thought you was a Longhorn guy last time.
I was not. Do not do that.
Oh my!
I never said that Longhorn was better than Ruth's Chris.
The question was, you could go anywhere you wanted to, any restaurant you wanted to, and you said Longhorn.
It was not in correlation to Ruth's Chris. I'm going to go back and look at that show because there were parameters.
If you say anywhere, then that means that it's over Ruth's Chris, right?
Thank you.
It wasn't over. Low, it was more complicated than that.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
That was the exact question. Well, if you could go in, if you were rich and you could go to any restaurant you wanted to go to, when you woke up, where would you go?
It was more complicated.
And you told Longhorn?
Now it's more complicated.
It was more complicated.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
And I'm not knocking Longhorn
at
all.
Whole thing of how Longhorn is such a great steak restaurant. I'm like, what?
First of all,
no, somebody else said Longhorn.
No, you
you know what? I'm gonna go back and review the show, Eric.
If you chose Longhorn over Texas Roadhouse, first of all,
thank you.
We have issues.
I would never choose that over Texas Roadhouse.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I also found out that Big Low changed the detail on my tires from turtle wax to Armor All, and I'm kind of
Daggone. Wow. I know why T Will like to go to Longhorn. It's because he knows that Jack's back there cooking and he gets his meals half off. That's what that is. That's what that is. T Will got the hook up at the Longhorn. I would go too, T Will. if I knew I'd get it for the half off.
That is not true.
I've loved better food and service at Ruth Chris over Longhorn.
Ruth Chris is the jam. Okay,
yeah, Ruth Chris. Yeah, that's
that is the best steak I have ever had in my whole life and my whole 55 years on this planet. But anyway, guys,
you ever been to
Eddie V's? I went to Eddie V's the other day. Eddie V's hitting. Eddie V's might be the new spot in the city. That thing right there, that steak right there hitting over there.
Man, I will take the Pepsi taste test with Ruth Chris over anybody any day. Nathan Floyd says, sweet Christmas. Garbage rumors that the Giants are monitoring the availability of Bijan Robinson. That's not even, and you know what? And we were talking about this earlier today, Lo. I really dislike those rags, and I'm just going to call them rags. They're not even public. That just post just clickbait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
There's no way the Falcons are trading Bijan. Like that is just clickbait. They probably downloaded a virus on the whatever you clicked that on, Nate. I hope you got.
They got Scatterboo. They love Scatterboo.
Yeah. Didn't he get injured or something like that?
Yeah. He'll be back next year.
I thought he got injured. But
all right, man. Look, I've been to holler at y'all, man. I gotta finish clean out this garage because Jack did such a terrible job. So y'all take care.
Low, tell these folks where they can find you, my friend.
You can find him
Yeah,
on the
man. Y'all,
corner of South Harrison and Panola.
Oh,
flipping that
wow.
paper sign.
Oh, wow.
look, y'all,
Oh,
I be on the
unnecessary.
corner of South Harrison, Panola, being a good friend for my homeboy Jack. His
There
dream was
you
to start
go.
his own car detailing business, and I made sure that I'm a good friend. You know, he's done the math. He knows that if he watches 3 cars, he can play a round of golf. So, look,
Oh,
let's go
wow.
ahead and get him.
Oh,
Make sure you take care of him.
wow. Oh, wow.
All
Let's
right,
get
man.
this
Y'all
man
take it
around.
easy.
All
All
right.
right, Lo. Have a good one, man. Thank you for joining us, buddy. Ladies
Yes,
and
sir.
gentlemen, that was Big Lo, the one and only, first class in every way. Love that guy, and so much fun. All right, guys, our last buying or selling, Kyle Pitts is extended before the season ends. Buying or selling, Kyle Pitts is extended before the season ends. Buying or selling?
Mm,
I'm buying Kevin
yeah.
Stefanski's offense.
Yeah, I'm buying.
Right now, looking at the weapons, looking at what he can do with this offense, you got to buy it. His connection with Penix has been pretty smooth in the offseason. And I think, a lot of these receivers and players who kind of hang out with each other, I mean, I know it's a business, but when you have a receiver / offensive player who hangs out with, like, the starting quarterback, like, that goes a long way, especially in the offseason. Penix spoke highly of Pitts last year. And, with Zach Robinson's offense, try to do the best they can to get him the ball. But I do think Pitts could be here for a couple more years. He's still young. I think he just turned 24, 25. So, Pitts doesn't have to hang it up as the Falcon, before he turns 30. Now, when it comes to that max extension at the end of his career, does he want to be here long term? That's a different story. But I can see Pitts here for a couple years.
All right. Eric, buying or selling?
Yeah, I'm buying. I told you last year, Penix about the unlock. I'm still sticking with it. All right.
That you
You
did.
said Drew Mestemaker?
No, he did not say that, sir.
Oh,
Can we keep him off?
Stop being a mess maker, Jack. Stop it. You're making a mess right now. You're being messy. My daughter Mariah would call you a messy Bessie for what you're doing right now, Jack. We see you. We see you, Jack. We see you.
Number one in passing yards.
Oh, my God. Speaking of passing yards, did you guys hear that Justin Fields may make himself a running back? May try and convert to the running back position? And if so, what are your thoughts on that?
That ain't going to happen.
No, I don't think that happened.
It's in an article that he said it. But I tell you what, if he did, I'd be interested because, we could use him like Taysom Hill. He could be our Atlanta Falcons Taysom Hill, It's 3rd and 2.
Take one shot, get popped, be on the sideline, and you'll rethink that decision about being running back.
I mean, he's already running with the balls and with the ball in his hand. He's already running with the ball in his hands. Pause. I mean, what's the difference? He's already doing it.
The Jets Jets offense made him do it. Yes, he is a mobile quarterback and he's fast, but one thing you can't deny, Fields has an arm. Nobody's just been able to unlock it because he's had bad receivers everywhere he's went outside of Mooney with his, first 2 years and DJ Moore with that last season that he had, but he does have an arm. He just needs to have, better pass protection and he'll be able to get the ball down the field, but he's came this far. Look at Malik Willis too as well. I mean, people was talking about Malik Willis when he was in his first couple seasons, and of course now he's a backup now. I mean, Malik Willis was making noise coming out of college, but you got to put him in the right system. A lot of these guys are better under different circumstances. Fields is one of those quarterbacks that could be one of them too. I mean, when he was at Georgia, fans was ready to see him on the field. It's just that, family matters when it comes to who was going to be playing next, and of course, Kirby wasn't going to have that, and they moved on to somebody else. But um, I don't see him as a running back. I definitely do not see him as a running back.
I'm just saying he could be our Taysom Hill, dude. I'd love to. Can you imagine Penix, Bijan,
Too
and
small for
Justin
Taysom Hill.
Fields? You said
Taysom Hill
what?
is not a small dude. Like Taysom Hill got like that Troy Anderson linebacker build, so he can lower his shoulders and take some hits.
Right. They
But
they
Justin
they
Fields
use
is
him in short yardage situations to run over somebody. That's not the same thing. You
right.
count on his speed to get out somewhere, but the reason is working with him at quarterback is because nobody's expecting to run. If they're expecting to run with him doing that you talking about a whole different thing. Then I don't think he's a running back.
But he could still pass it. Like, it could be him. You could have Penix toss it to him, and then he could 3rd and 2. Just get frisky with it. Send somebody on a go and have it. I just think it gives us options, guys.
I'm not for it. I'm not for it. That's if you're spending money this offseason and you want to sign him as that'd
Right.
be a waste of a signing. Just like don't even do
it.
it. Like
it obviously wouldn't be expensive. Whatever, man.
I signed him for a backup quarterback before I did that, and if you wanted to do that, then yeah, you could do a trick play in. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't sign him as a running back and try to use him as a running back for trick plays. What are you getting? A play every 3? Are you gonna pay him for a trick play every 3 games or something?
Well, you're obviously
no
not paying
disrespect to Fields, but Fields' career is not going to be based off of him being a.
Y'all act like this dude is putting up real
He's
numbers,
still young.
man. Y'all act like this dude is putting up real numbers, man.
Wow, we act like he's not a running back.
Yeah, he's not a running back. He's too small to be.
I don't want him as a quarterback neither, but he's not a running back.
He's gonna take one shot and he's out, bro. Like he doesn't fit what we need in that role. You might as well just keep Felipe Franks. And you know how you are with Felipe Franks, too, Will. So I wouldn't do that for Justin Fields. Bring him as a backup. Now there's gonna be plays if he's in as a backup. Yeah, you'd have to watch for a couple things.
Did you watch Felipe Franks jump over those 4 people in preseason? I'm just saying, okay? Just saying. All right. Bigelow says, side note, first time I went to Ruth's Chris was with my homie Padre. He put me on. Love it. Nathan is laughing at something one of y'all did.
Was Padre working or was he off that day? I know
why you got to do that?
I know normally he's valet.
Why you got to do that, Jack? Unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty on Jack. Unnecessary roughness towards our guy Padre. That's foul, Jack. For your penance, you got to do 10 push-ups tonight, sir. Just 10, but you got to do them. Okay? Okay. All right. Cool.
Don't you still owe push-ups on call?
You said what?
Don't you still owe me a couple of push-ups on call?
Not that I remember, no, but then my memory is not the great. I think we did bet something, right? We bet something. I don't remember.
You still owe me like 10.
You think so?
I believe so. Because I've never been in a situation to redeem my push-up.
You'll have to pry it from my cold dead hands. Oh my God. Oh man. You'll have to pry it from my cold dead hands, brother.
I don't think we could do them no more anyway. But yeah.
I could do 5, maybe 10. I think I could do 10. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do that at some time, at some point. I don't know. I don't have the setup to do it now, but it's cool. Well, Jack, hey, man, we appreciate you joining us, bro. Really appreciate that. Cannot thank you guys enough. Eric, as always, man, it is so much fun podcasting with you guys. And to everybody who joined us and rejoined us, we can't thank you enough because not only did you join us once, you joined us twice. So a special thank you and an apology for the inconvenience. I don't know why YouTube is tripping, but guys, I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that never happens again. I just won't show any videos from my own show. But either way, Jack, tell these folks where they can find you, man, and tell them when your next show is going to be, sir.
One time for the fan. Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8, Friday mornings, breakfast with One Time for the Fan. About 9:30, we kick things off. It's been a great time talking with you all tonight. Everybody who's in the chat, everybody who popped in. Big shout to Carrie, big shout to Bodie, big shout to T. Will, Eric, the whole team, man. Just continue repping and rising up and be ready for this season. Wednesday night, we're back at 8, talking Falcons off season. Hopefully, we get some more updates and some more news on what's getting ready to happen. We're probably less than 15 days away from some moves being made. Do the Falcons attack the free agency early? Some of the free agency needs that, of course, we're all looking at. And, of course, the combine just wrapped up. And I'm sure Ian and some of those guys that were there at the combine, Nate Ali, and, they brought a lot of people there. So I'm sure they're going to be back in that boardroom talking about who can help build this team back. And we're just going to have some fun, man. So Wednesday night at 8, we are back. And, of course, Friday mornings is the next show, Breakfast with One Time for the Fan 2. So we're back to back less than 2 times this week. So we're gonna have a great time, man. Rise up.
Outstanding. Looking forward. You can also find myself and Carrie on One Time for the Fan as well, as we keep it family here. Brother Eric, tell these folks where they can find you, sir.
You can find me on this show every Monday at 6:30, possibly.
We don't get kicked off.
And Section 101 at the Beans on home games. And I'd like to say thank you to Jack Spade and Big Low for joining the show.
Yep.
Always a pleasure doing the show with Jack. I love the way that Jack. I don't even know how to put it in words. Jack is so good at the podcast. I've never seen somebody that just hits every point like that. Shout out Jack and shout out Jack for putting the lines in the grass the way he does.
Oh wow!
If you've never seen Jack Spade cut a yard, you've never seen a yard cut.
Oh wow! Oh, I got to give you an unnecessary roughness, Zach. I guess we all gonna be doing push-ups. You got to do 10 push-ups as well. Hey, to everybody who joined us in the chat again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us twice. We love to talk Falcons football with y'all. And, man, we just love y'all, and we love our beloved Atlanta Falcons. And we are here every Monday. Jack Spade and Mr. Eric Parker, these two gentlemen mean the world to me, as they did give me my shot in this business. I would not be here if it were not for them. And as such, hey, man, I will forever have love for those guys. So thank you both. Guys, the Oscars are coming up. And if you are a movie buff, if you dig the movies, myself and a colleague of mine, Jordan Burton, will be doing 4 movie reviews this week on the For My ATL Movies channel on YouTube. Again, For My ATL Movies 1. So if you get a chance, grab the link, go to it, like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you're a movie fan or you like TV series, go ahead and go there and sign up, as we will be doing 4 movies. We'll be doing Sinners, F1, Frankenstein, and that one with Leonardo DiCaprio that gave me a headache because it was so much going on with it. I watched it earlier today. But either way, we'll be doing those 4 movies. So please like, share, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, let me give you all my details.
Have you seen 28 Years Later?
I have not.
Okay. I want to see that.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Neither. I heard it was good.
I heard it was good too. I'm just not a fan of that genre, but I did hear that it was good. You know what I heard was not good was Scream 7.
Oh, of course.
Well, no. I take that back. So from 2 people. So the one person told me it was good. She loved it. And then another person told me, no, it wasn't good. So now I'm kind of in a situation where I have to go see it for myself. So I am going to go check that out. But either way, guys, if you want to email us something we did great, hey, let us know. Something you didn't like, let us know. We'll listen. We'll read it anyway. You can email us at formyatlcontact@gmail.com. Again, formyatlcontact@gmail.com. YouTube, if you love ATL Sports, hey, we're at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you love the movies and TV series, For My ATL Movies 1, again, For My ATL Movies 1, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. As again, we will be doing 4 movies this week. 7 movies, I think 7 movies and TV series total, but 4 Oscar movies. The Oscars are March the 15th, by the way. So come check us out as you can. Facebook, Gideon T. Will and T. Will Podcaster. On X, at For My ATL Sports. And Instagram is gonna be, I can never see that.
Dukes and Bell right there. And if you don't.
And if you don't, you can do 10 push-ups too. No, I'm just kidding. I want to get in trouble with Duke. I don't want to do that. It did sound like that.
Yeah.
Instagram is For My ATL Sports 1 and Movies. Guys, thank you so much. Hey, have an amazing day, and we will see you next Monday. Good night, everybody. Be safe.
Rise up.
Go Falcons, rise up.
ATL. Through the highs and the heartbreaks, we still stand. Dirty birds forever. Let's get it. Year after year, we've been riding through the storm. Red and black in my veins, that loyalty was swung. We don't fold, we don't run, even when the pain hits. Cause every loss just reminds us what greatness is. We show up cold nights or the Georgia sun. Cause every Sunday we believe that our time gon' come. We ain't perfect, but we faithful and we never switch. We the city of the A, yeah, we built for this. We don't need pretty words, just heart on the field we deserve. Put the work in, earn that glory. Bring our city back to the story. We'll ride till the wheels fall off. We ain't never gonna break. Win or lose, we stand tall for the A. You can doubt us, talk loud, but we still hold steady. Cause we here and we faithful and we always ready. It's the dirty, prove the dirty. If you bout it, then prove the dirty. We'll believe when you fight for the city.